Okay, hi Nick. We are sat here in your lovely back garden. You're resting following the small matter of walking the Pennine Way. I'll let you tell us how long you did it in. Perhaps you would like to tell us why you did it and a bit of background to yourself as well.
Okay, well, my background is through teaching, and when I was teaching I did some extra training to become a mountain leader, and as a result I enjoy spending times up in mountains in this country doing long walks. And over the past few years I've done a long walk each year, and this year I decided to tackle Britain's first long trail, which is the Pennine Way, and my aim was to do it in 10 days, pretty self-sufficient, and that's why I did it. And then I was asked if I'd like to do it sponsored, and so I decided to do it as a sponsored walk for the El Shaddai.
Oh, well, that's great. So what sort of preparation did you do for the walk? Because this is no mean feat, and you must have prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm a runner and I enjoy keeping fit, but for each year I tend to start training seriously in January for the walk that begins in August. So this was no exception. I spent that makes 7 months of hard training on a treadmill and weight training and with a heavy pack, so that when I come to do the walk, really it's a sort of formality. Still hard work, but I like to think that my chances of doing it are very high.
Oh, well, that's great. So why were you happy to support El Shaddai in this walk?
Well, I've been supporting El Shaddai for several years now, link being with John, and I've always, through my interest in teaching young people in the past, I particularly like to support young people in other parts of the world, and El Shaddai has the link with our church, and my support started when we had a visiting speaker saying specifically about what they did, and I felt, well, that's something I'd like to be part of, and so started a regular monthly payment supporting a child through El Shaddai.
Oh, well, that's great. So just out of interest, what was your first impression of El Shaddai? What did you hear it first through me, or was it through Anita that came to speak?
I knew of it through you, but then when Anita came to speak and showed photographs and was very specific about the things that they do, what particularly attracted me, it seemed very hands-on, and I could see money being used straight away to help young people. And it didn't seem to be just going off perhaps into a lot of red tape, a lot of offices. I knew where the money was going, and therefore that's the sort of charity work I like. And having been someone who's worked personally for a couple of charities, I've always been very sort of look closely at what the charity does and how they use their money. And Anita's talk showed me that it was a real genuine use of money to help young people. So I thought, great, they can have some of mine.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Now, the project that I suggested to you, the money that you would raise on this would go towards making an area where children can play cricket at Verna House. Verna House is in South Goa, and they've got this lovely home that they converted from a ordinary large domestic dwelling into a home for 30-40 children there at the moment, and it's going to double in time. So how do you feel the money that you've raised so far being used for a project such as that?
I'm really pleased that money's being used for a recreational facility, because it's my interest in recreation that has got me doing what I do in the walks I do. So to see that raising money to then get young people exercising more and following their passion, which I believe is cricket, I think it's a nice link between myself and them.
Okay, that's good. Nick, just to put you on the spot here for a moment, have you ever thought about coming out to El Shaddai and Goa and volunteering? Because your skills would be very much appreciated in Goa. How do you feel about that?
I think I haven't. I mean, to be honest, at the moment, I haven't had a passport for about the last 20 years, but I'm due to retire in about 18 months' time, and I think then I might reassess that, and at that time I would consider it, and I think I'd like to do that.
Wow. Well, I for one can assure you that if you were to go out to Goa and volunteer out there, you would want to go back again and again, I'm sure. But yeah, thank you very much, Nick, for all your efforts, for the kind donations that you are raising for the El Shaddai charity, and we look forward to seeing you in Goa in a couple of years' time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Hope to see you there.